Good morning, students. I Professor P.P. Dodmani. I welcome you for the today's session. In this session, we are going to continue the module 3, that is about directional control valves. In the last class, we have discussed about three types of directional control valves. One is 2 by 2-way directional control valve, 3 by 2-way directional control valve. And in this lecture, we are going to continue 4 by 2-way direction control valve and 5 by 2-way directional control valve. So basically directional control valve which gives the direction to the actuator, so that actuator is going to perform the function. That is the main function of this directional control valve. Now let us see how this 4 by 2-way directional control valve works. So this is the image of a 4 by 2 directional control valve. So 4 by 2-way directional control valve, it means there you are going to see four types of ports, or a four number of ports are visible. So this is your directional control valve, that is 4 by 2-way directional control valve. The image which I have shown here, it is a 4 by 2-way directional control valve. In that you are going to see four ports. One is port A, this is port A, this is port P, this is port P, this is port B, and this is port T. Port A means it is connected to a actuator, or you can say user port. Port P, it is pump port P, and port B, it is also, we are going to call it as a operating port, or which is connected to actuator, and this is a tank port, it is connected to tank or reservoir. This figure is the 4 by 2-way sliding type spool valve. Inside that spool you can see and this pump, from the pump oil is flowing towards the port A. Here you can see towards the port A. There is a opening for port A, from pump to port A, and this port A is connected to the cylinder. And here you can see another port B, from that the oil will be flowing towards the tank T. So how, so total arrangement we will see here. In spool type, in spool position as shown in figure, there is a connection from P to A. There is a connection from port P to A and port B to T. There is a connection. It means the oil can flow from port P to A, and oil can move from port B to T. Now, when the push button operates, this is the push button or a palm button is pressed. When we press this push button or a palm button, the spool position is as shown in this figure. After pressing this push button, the changes in the direction valve will be something like this. You can see in the image. Now the spool position has changed. The spool position has changed. Now this spool has shifted from this place to this place. So now there is an opening between A to T. So oil can move from A to T in this way. Again, there is an opening for pump from P to port P. So in the required way, the flow of positions or flow of fluid can be done. Only that thing is, inside the arrangements we have to make, or inside the spool arrangements or rotary arrangements you have to make as per your requirement, and based on that, by operating these buttons, the flow can be varied. Either you can send oil to port A, or you can send oil to port B. So as your requirement, that can be designed. So that is the beauty of this directional control valve. But for that, understanding a concept is very important. So in which direction the fluid has to flow, so that your actuator can move in a particular direction. So these 4 by 2 way directional control valve, basically they are using for double acting cylinders. 4 by 2 way directional control valve, basically they are using it for double acting. They are basically using it for double acting cylinders. So double acting cylinder will, there will be a 4 ports you are going to get, and 4 arrangements that you are going to study about in coming classes. So this is the image for 4 by 2 way directional control valve for rotary spool type direction control valve. So now the spool is replaced with the rotary type spool. The earlier it was sliding type spool. Now it is a rotary type spool. In rotary type spool, if you give the rotation for certain angle, then there will be a opening is going to get from point from pump P to port A. From pump P to port A, you can see in the image. And in the same way, there will be opening for from port B to port T. So it will be a directly connection from, you can make this pump P to A and A to B and B to T. That required arrangement or required directions can be done in the direction control valve. How you want to move your fluid, that can be possible based on that your design in the direction control valve. For that some arrangements you have to do. So basically here, to change the position of the flow, we are doing with the help of operating button, that is palm button or push button. So this is the image of rotary spool type. When you push the push button or palm button, there is again the arrangement is going to change. The flow of fluid direction is going to change. The fluid flow from port A to T and pump port P to B. Now let us see about 5 by 2 way directional control valve. This is a 5 by 2 way directional control valve. This is basically used to operate double acting cylinders. 4 by 2 directional control valve and 5 by 2 directional control valve, basically they are using it for double acting cylinders. The remaining 3 by 2, 2 by 2 directional control valves are basically they are using it for single cylinders. So double acting cylinders will be having multiple operations in applications. For that purpose, so double acting cylinders are going to use. So in 5 by 2 way directional control valve, it has 5 ports, namely pump port or inlet port P. This is the pump port or inlet port P, and cylinder port A, This we can call it as a operating port. This is, and port B, that is cylinder port B, this can also be, we are going to call it as a operating port. Why we are calling it as operating port or a cylinder port? Because this is going to be connected with the double acting cylinder. So that double acting cylinder which makes the movement and gives the direction to function according to the your requirement. So this is a port B, and here you can see two tanks. One is tank T1, that is tank port or exhaust port, you can call it as, and another one is tank port T2, and you can call it as exhaust port T2 also. Now this image is spool type, sliding type spool valve, 5x2 sliding type spool valve. In this spool position, as is shown in figure, there is a connection from P to A. There is a connection from P to A. It means the fluid can flow from port P to A easily, and B to T2, and even there is a opening for fluid from B to P and T2. So easily the fluid can be flow. Here fluid flows from port A, from pump to port A, and from port B to tank T. From port B to tank T. Here you can see from port B to tank T, when we push the button from port B to tank T, the fluid can be flow, but for that we have to operate the button. Hence here the double acting cylinder extends. So by doing so, double acting cylinder is going to extend, which is basically connected with the actuators. When the here you can see, when we press this palm button, the arrangement is going to be changed. When the palm button is pressed, the spool position as shown in figure B. This is the figure B. You can see there is a connection from P to B. So initially there is no connection before this pressing button. There is connection from pump P to B and A to T1. So fluid flows from pump to port B and from port to tank. Hence the double acting cylinder retracts. In the figure you can see this is a 5x2 rotary type spool valve. The earlier it was a sliding spool valve. The figure shows the 5x2 rotary spool valve. It has rotary spool. This is the rotary spool inside the valve body. The spool is rotated through 72 degree to operate the valve. So this is the figure A and this is the figure B. In the spool position as shown in figure A, there is a connection from P to A. There is a connection from P to A and B to T2. Here fluid flows from the pump P to port A and from port B to tank T2. Hence the double acting cylinder extends. While doing so, this is a double acting cylinder. While doing so, the actuator extends, means it is going to move forward directions. To move this actuator backward direction, we have to change in the direction of the fluid. So how that can be possible, let us see. When the spool is turned to 72 degree, now this is position is changed for 72 degree. Previously it is in this direction, now it has tilted for a 72 degree. The image is going to be changed, or the openings are going to change inside the valve body. So now what is going to happen? Now there is a connection from P to B. Earlier there was no connection from for P to B, but when we operate the palm button, due to that the direction of the fluid flow may be changed. Now the fluid is can be flow from port P to port B, and tank, and from port A to tank T1. But for doing if we do like this, what happens? The actuator is going to retract. For fluid flows from pump to port B and from port A to tank, hence the double acting cylinder retracts. So in this way, this arrangement is used for forward direction of the actuator, and this arrangement is used for a retraction of the actuator or cylinder. So as per the requirement, the position or a direction can be changed. The same, the rotary spool type control valve, you can see with the more clarity. Fluid can enter from port P to A and port B to T2. The symbolic representation for this you can see here. Here when you push the palm button, the arrangement is going to change, so that the spool is going to be tilt for certain degree. Then again the port opening is going to be changed. Now the fluid can be moved from port P to port B and port A to T. So for doing so, the actuator position is going to be changed. So that's it for today's class. Thank you.